We are coming to you live from German American, as we have, I believe, for the past 8 years. This has been a tradition that started with the Sesquicentennial, which grew into the SummerFest, and we've got just about an hour full of fun and excitement for you this morning to tell you about all the things going on at the SummerFest. Joining us today, as always, will be Teresa Nolly. Teresa has been put in de facto head in charge of the SummerFest here for many, many years. She'll talk about all the great events that we have coming up. Greg Bateman has been on the entertainment committee for many years, and Greg will be here to let us know all the entertaining acts that we have coming in, and this year will be no exception. We've got a great group of entertainment that is coming your way, which all gets underway tonight, and of course we've got bands on Friday and Saturday night, so make sure you stick around for that. Don Bowling has been with us since we started the SummerFest show here, and Don will join us as well, the mayor of Loogootee, in his final appearance with us as mayor of Loogootee, and Don will be with us later in the hour. And also we had a chance, if you saw the Loogootee Tribune this week, a local boy has come into his own a little bit, an up-and-coming country music singer, Jackson Young. We had a chance to talk with him, and he's got a preview of something that he's going to be playing there on Saturday night. Also, joining us here in the first part of the show, our SummerFest royalty. We've got our Tiny Tot Queen, McKenna Jones, our Little Miss, Jaylee Wagner, and our Junior Miss and Miss SummerFest, our sisters, Emma and Hannah Walters, will join us here in just a little bit. But without further ado, we're going to start off things very royal. McKenna Jones is the Tiny Tot Queen, and McKenna, welcome this morning.
Thanks.
McKenna, you might tell us who your parents are and if you have any brothers or sisters.
My parents are Mike and Christy Jones, and my brothers are Isaiah Jones and Christopher Jones.
All right, and you might tell anybody, who are your grandparents?
I have one grandparent named Marlo, and his wife is Grandma Alice.
Okay.
And she got divorced, so she has another husband.
All right.
And that would be...
That's your grandparents, huh?
Yep.
Well, let's talk a little bit about when you heard the SummerFest was coming around, and what made you think you wanted to run for the Tiny Tot Queen?
Because last time I did so good, I'm getting older, I can do even better.
Well, that's a good thing. You did so good the last time, so this time you thought, heck, I can go for it and get the sash and the crown, right? When you participated in the SummerFest pageant, what was the most nerve-wracking thing? What drove you crazy there?
When they were gonna announce who was the queen.
You had to stand there and just wait. You know who announced that, don't you?
Yeah.
Who did?
You.
You're right. What do you like to do in the summertime?
I like to go swimming.
You like to go swimming? Of course, school's out here, and what grade will you be in next year?
Second grade.
Second grade. Who was your teacher this last year in first grade?
Miss Waggle.
All right. And we talked a little bit before we started here, the SummerFest. What's your favorite thing about going to the SummerFest?
It's the games because you can win some prizes.
The games because you can win prizes. I like the food. Do you like any of the food they've got down there?
Just hot dogs.
Just hot dogs. Well, you'd be a cheap date to go down there. What are you looking forward to this year on being the queen and some of the events that are going on?
I'm gonna get used to the Catfish Festival because my friend Zeta is the Catfish Festival queen.
No, so you are with her now because you're a queen as well.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Do you like getting the crown and wearing the sash?
Yep.
And are you looking forward to what are you really looking forward to? You're looking forward to riding in the cars and doing stuff like that?
I'm looking forward to riding in the parades.
Riding in the parades. Now, we talked a little bit beforehand. We're also taping this for LooGooteeTribune.com so folks can see this later. You gave me the queenly wave. Can you show everybody on the camera that? Very good. I think this will be a lot of fun, don't you?
Yes.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here with us this morning, and I remember we talked about in the SummerFest pageant a thing you'd like to do when you grow up. What did you say you'd like to do when you grow up?
To be a cowgirl because she moves horses.
See, I like that. I don't want to be a cowgirl because I'd be a cowboy, but that sounds like a lot of fun. Well, we thank you for joining us this morning, and look forward to seeing you at the SummerFest. We'll be there tonight for the talent contest.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That is McKenna Jones, our Tiny Tot Queen, and we'll have Jaylee Wagner come in next. She is the Little Miss SummerFest Queen for 2011. And as we said, we've got all kinds of events that start tonight in downtown Loogootee, and they run through this weekend. And if you can sit over here, we've got Jaylee Wagner that is going to join us. And Jaylee, how you doing?
Good.
And are you happy to be up early this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Well, give us, I know you've got a whole list. Did you bring the list of brothers and sisters and your parents this morning?
I remember.
All right, well, tell us who you got.
My mom and dad are Pat and Nikki Wagner. My brothers are Jace, Jaden, Jameson, Jacobson, and Jabe.
All right, that's a mouthful right there. Who are your grandparents?
My grandparents are John and Sue Hutt and Mary Wagner.
All right, and what made you think you wanted to run for Little Miss?
I like being with all the contestants and around the girls.
Also, you said you liked having fun with your mom, and she's an old pro at this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know she was a queen back in the day?
Yeah.
She was Miss Martin County, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit about the pageant, and how much fun was that to be in?
It was a lot of fun.
What was the toughest part of it?
Probably talking on stage. I was really scared.
But you're talking this morning. You're doing all right.
Yeah.
What did you have you didn't have to answer a question, did you?
No.
No. That was the older girls. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
It said, we went through a lot of things in the pageant, and said you had favorite food or pets, or, do you remember?
Yeah, my favorite food was Japanese because my grandma, Mary, she's Japanese, and she always made me Japanese food. And my favorite thing to do was swim.
Especially good this time of year when it's nice and hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to the SummerFest before?
Yes.
And what's your favorite part?
The talent show.
The talent show? Are you going to sing for us today?
No.
I'm just giving you a rough time. What are you looking forward to as being the Little Miss Queen this year?
Riding in the parades.
That's always a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what grade will you be in this year?
5th.
5th grade?
Yeah.
And who was your teacher last year?
Mrs. Smith.
Now, when you, if I remember right, when you said you grew up, you wanted to be a 6th grade teacher, and why is that?
Because my mom is a 6th grade teacher, and I want to be like her.
Well, that's cool. So you want to be just like Mom. Well, you're starting off right. You've got a crown, just like she did, and you can go to school and become a teacher, and that will help a bunch of kids out, right? What would you tell other girls that about participating in the Queen pageant?
Don't be scared. It's a lot of fun. Just be yourself.
And the results are you could win a sash and a crown and get a ride in parades. Anything else you want to let folks know about the SummerFest and why it's a great thing to come to Loogootee and see?
There's great food and games and lots of stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
And beautiful queens. They can see
Yeah.
you, right? Well, Jaylee, we appreciate you being in with us this morning, and we will see you tonight. I think that's your first official duties, right? All right. Well, thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll bring our next set of queens. The next one, we're actually going to need another chair. If I can get Darby to bring me another chair, as we are going to have the Junior Miss SummerFest and the Miss SummerFest Queen. I think this is a first that we've had sisters, and you guys are going to have to share the microphone. So I'll let you both introduce yourself. Let's start with our Junior Miss.
All right, Emma Walters, the daughter of John and Amber Walters.
All right, Emma, and you are the Junior Miss, and we'll go to the Miss SummerFest.
My name's Hannah Walters, and I'm also the daughter of John and Amber.
All right, and I know you guys have a brother. Any other siblings?
I have a littler sister. She's in preschool. Her name's Marin.
In preschool, okay.
Yeah.
And grandparents, who are they?
Jack and Karen Inman. They live around here, Bramble actually, and then we have a grandfather. He's from Florida, Stan Walters.
Okay, awesome. And let's talk a little bit about this. How does sisters enter the pageant? Who was the first one to say, hey, I think I want to do this?
Emma was the first one who decided to be in the pageant. She's been in a lot before, actually, or a few years before me, and this year I just decided it would be fun to run with her, and both ended up winning, so it was pretty neat experience.
All right, what grades will you guys be in next year?
I'll be in 8th grade.
Okay.
And I'll be a sophomore.
Sophomore.
10th grade.
Okay, so just a couple years between the two of you. This morning, when you're getting ready, who takes more time in the bathroom? Getting
Hannah,
ready?
definitely Hannah.
Hannah definitely, well, she's older.
It's understandable.
What do you guys, what made you think that you wanted to run for SummerFest Queens?
I just thought it would be a really neat experience, and also, getting to share it with my sister. Just figured it would be a really fun idea, and it was. We both had a great time.
It's a really good experience, just the interviews, and it's just fun meeting new people, so.
Yeah, talk about the whole process for, girls that may want to participate in a pageant, what your experiences were, and kind of how the thing goes, because a lot of folks, they don't see the behind the scenes thing. All they see is, these beautiful girls walk out on stage and then somebody gets crowned queen, but there's a whole lot more to it than that.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot of practice, getting the walk down. You have to have the perfect foot placement, and you practice your interview questions, and, your high heels that you have to walk in, and searching all over the world for your dress and your shoes and just everything that goes with it. There's a lot more than what you see up there.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? What was the most nerve-wracking thing?
Definitely the on-stage question was scary for me because you don't know what you're going to get, so you have to be prepared for anything. So.
Yeah, a lot of people think that you have that in advance, but literally they hand you the questions.
Right when you walk out
Right
there.
when you walk out,
Yeah.
and then you hand it to me and I ask you, what was your question? Do you remember?
My question was, what activity have you been involved in that's been the most rewarding for you, and why?
And?
And my church youth group, because we do activities that give back to the community.
And what church do you go to?
St. John's Catholic Church.
So you're part of the youth group there, and of course Shirley.
Yeah.
We got to give a shout out
I
to
love
Shirley.
Yeah, she's definitely.
All right, and what was your question?
My question was, if you had $1 million, how would you spend it?
You'd give it to your local radio personality,
Oh,
right?
of course. No, I answered, I would definitely invest some for my college education, and then I would give some, like I said, to my church, St. John, and other few local charities, and then I would probably use the rest to help out my family and, maybe buy a few things for myself here and there.
What advice would you give to girls that were, thinking about it, they're on the fence about it, and you guys, she probably wasn't, but, our queen here, you were a little apprehensive about running for this to start with. But
I definitely was. I never saw myself as the pageant type, but I would definitely, any girls that are thinking about it, just do it because it's a great experience. It's fun. I met a lot of girls, made a lot of friends. It's just a really good experience to have.
One of the things they always talk about, and I think it's kind of funny, especially when they do the real little kids on what you want to do when you grow up. And I thought McKenna's answer was just great.
She's
because
adorable.
because they had, a girl, these little kids talking about they wanted to be pediatricians or pediatric nurses, and she wanted to be a cowgirl. And that to me, I'm like, that sold me right there.
Yeah, she's adorable.
What did you guys? What do you want to do?
Well,
Do you
I
have
haven't
any idea?
decided what college I want to go to yet, but I definitely want to go for something in the medical field, probably pediatric nursing. So.
Oh, see, I just was making fun of that. But not really making fun of it. I just thought that when you were a tiny tot, when I was that age, I wanted to run the ice cream machine at the Dairy Queen. But
That's fun too.
It is. What did you want to do?
I definitely know that I want to do something in the medical field. Right now, I'm leaning toward pharmacy and possibly Butler. If not Butler, then Purdue.
Well, see, you could use
hoping
that
for
$1 million
Butler.
to
Yeah, exactly.
to help offset some of the cost of the college there. Talk a little bit about the SummerFest and let folks. You guys are the ambassadors here that are outside of the area, maybe listening to us this morning. Why it's a great event and why folks should come to downtown Loogootee this weekend.
Well, there's a lot of fun activities to do, great entertainment, great food. Lagootee's a great town. I mean, there's a lot of nice people here. It's just a really good way for the community to get together and share some good times.
Yeah, the booths there's some really cool booths. There's lots of shopping you can do. It's really cool. You should go.
Games for the little kids.
Yeah.
I mean, bring them. They'll have a great time.
Bouncy houses and fun.
There's all kinds of food. That's what when you get older, you worry about food. And they've always had some great food, and of course lemon shake-ups. I can't get through without having a lemon shake-up.
They're delicious.
So what does your weekend look like here? Obviously things get started tonight. What all do you guys have to be involved with?
Oh goodness, we're involved in about every event that's going on this weekend. All the queens are. I think tonight mostly we have to be at the talent show and just walking around SummerFest. I know Saturday we have to be at the 5K walk.
That's pretty early.
Thing. Yeah, it is early, but hey, it's all in the job. It's okay.
I guess anything you have to wrap up here this morning?
Well, I'd like to see everybody in the listening area to come out to the SummerFest tonight. It's going to be a great time. So, I'd like to see you there. Anything else?
That's about it.
All right. Well, that's the first time we've ever had sisters, and you guys did a great job, so we
Thank
appreciate you
you.
being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
And we will see you guys at the fest here this weekend. Thanks for being on this morning.
No problem.
All right, that is our Junior Miss and our Miss SummerFest, Emma and Hannah Walters. Stick around. When we come back, we will talk with Teresa Nolly. She is probably the most knowledgeable about the events that are going on. Also coming up, Greg Bateman talking about the talking about the entertainment. I knew I was going enter somewhere. He's talking about the entertainment that we have, and we've got a great lineup this weekend. Maradon Bowling is here. We'll talk with Jackson Young. That's all still to come here on SummerFest Live program on WRZR 94.5 from German American Bank.